Tonight, we ask ourselves the question, what's better than a really good horror story? And the answer is simple, a really bad horror story. Hello, my friends. We've got a great video for you today. Are you ready to join me and laugh along as we subject ourselves to cruel and unusual punishment? Good. When I first got on the internet, a forum that I used all of the time was Reddit. It legitimately had answers to anything you could want to know and a lot of very entertaining content. And one day while I was scrolling along, I came across a subreddit called Two-Sentence Horror, which in concept is a horror story told in, you guessed it because you're very smart, 2 sentences. And it was either some of the scariest, most sending your thoughts spiraling out of control and terrifying you for days afterward type of stuff that probably should have been collected together and turned into like a book of short stories. Or it was the least terrifying nonsense you could possibly imagine. Very dark and brooding. Well, I'm dark and brooding too. Hey guys, look, a rainbow. So we're going to be looking at the worst of the worst in 2-sentence horror stories. And we're going to start off with my personal favorite. Billionaire says safety is for nerds as he descends into the ocean. He was never heard from again. I love wearing a goddamn beanie in 90-degree weather.
Father, I have made 2 new friends today at school,
said my daughter, handing me a picture she drew of them.
Hey, wait a minute. These are the O'Hank brothers who are wanted for child murder, but have eluded me, the chief of police, for a year, and now so I'm especially worried about your brother who doesn't seem to be with you!
You scared yet? You know when in really bad movies a character will just start rattling off information mid-conversation? Basically just to give the audience tons of context despite the fact that there is no way that the characters in the scene didn't already know this information. Hey Isabella, today's the day. Your birthday. It's pretty cool how you've been my girlfriend these past 3 months. You remember how you got abducted by aliens that one time? Yeah. That was pretty crazy. This is an indie movie writing mistake, or what I like to call a big budget movie loophole. And this mistake is generally known as exposition. And this story takes that idea and turns it almost comical. Who are the O'Hank brothers? These elusive killers have eluded the chief of police for years, and by being elusive have managed to escape from scrutiny with the power of illusions. Elusive. Okay guys, so as you can see, this next one is a huge spoiler. So be cautious. If you want to leave now, no one would blame you. I went to the beach that makes you old. I got old. Plot twist of the century! Truly worthy of Christopher Nolan making a live-action adaptation. Or even better, the man with the coolest name, M. The Dark Knight Shyamalan. I'm joking. This sucks, and there's no way a filmmaker with a filmography as incredible as Shyamalan's would dare touch a script like this with a 10-foot pole. Oh, little did I know, when I accidentally brought home a haunted doll, she would actually be quite nice. Unfortunately, she did my taxes improperly, and now the IRS are after me! Brace yourselves. This next one is terrifying. It's only 5 night. It only 5 night. Freddy Fazbear. Imagine the talent you have to create stuff like this. I wish I had that type of talent. If I were to respond to this one with a comment, you know, just type it out. Just type out a comment, like with my fingers. I would say, I used to consider myself an artist, but after reading your absolutely incredible, astonishing Five Nights at Freddy's fanfiction, I have been inspired to put down my quill and ink. There are 3 great works of art in this world. The Mona Lisa, Citizen Kane, and this Reddit post. So, funny story, but I've never actually played any of the FNAF games, and I never was involved with that fandom, which is weird because you'd think that'd be something I'd be into, but like, I don't know. I just never really got into it. I guess when it was at its peak, I still actually wasn't allowed on the internet, so I feel like it'd be funny to try and get into it now that there's a million games and spin-offs and whatnot, and there's so many theories and ideas about the lore and all the stuff involved with Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. That's fun to say. I could document my attempted induction as a complete outsider, and that could be a cool video idea. I have no idea. Let me know if you'd watch something like that. I could, like, I don't know. I could just document my experience trying to play through like the core games Or I could do a Let's Play thing, although, I don't know, Let's Plays, I would rather have a more edited, cohesive video. Who knows? Anyways, let me continue.
My friend has been fishy as of late.
You really gotta hand it to the author for using as of late in a sentence, so good job.
The gills forming on his neck are troubling.
His friend is morphing into a deep one from one of Lovecraft's short stories. And now Cthulhu knows why they call me the Deep One. Let's add a third sentence.
My favorite meal is fish.
Get it? Because he's gonna eat his friend.
2 muffins were sitting in an oven. One says, "Geez, it's hot in here."
The other screams!
First off, where did this come from? What freaking, I don't know, what is that? Yogurt in a tube is putting these incredible jokes on the back. I want to buy some just because of this. So a lot of these are unintentionally funny because of how like fucking terrible they are, but this one actually was intended to be a joke, and that alone makes it my favorite one. So this next one's my favorite one. We're finally married, she said, as she ties my ropes tighter. Kinky. Notice how it says my ropes, not the ropes or her ropes, my ropes. Why did he have ropes? Was he expecting this? Was he intending to tie her up? There's so many questions and so little time for answers. Okay, this one right here is my favorite one. I fell asleep at a party, and as a prank, my friends towed my penis shaft into a knot. Holy shit. I don't think it can get much worse than that. It totally does get worse than that. When I woke up and saw it, I accidentally got an erection, and now there is severe bruising and tissue damage down there. You see my face? Stone-faced. But if you could see behind the mask, you'd see turmoil, anguish, hatred, despair even. Probably would have made more sense though for him to get a hard-on while they were fondling him earlier. Then he probably wouldn't be in this situation, and they would hopefully be in jail. Now I want to know if this like scenario even works. Like, scientifically speaking. And there's only one way to find out. Don't do that. Don't do that. I heard a knock on the door at 3 a.m. I'm on airplane. Some people say I shouldn't fuck my patients. Wow! We are off to quite a start with this one. I don't even know where we'll go from here. Oh my god. Just wait. Just you wait. But I say, if they're already did, it's not like they mind. Am I a bad veterinarian? First, I think they mean dead and not did, or DID. So we'll just assume that they did in fact mean dead. But also, what a terrible doctor. Why are your patients dead? How are you going to make money off them if they're dead? What the fuck is wrong with you? Seventhly, this isn't even a 2-sentence horror story. There are 3 distinct sentences here. A gold mine of idiocy just ripe for the plunder. Call me Captain Jack Sparrow the way I'm drinking these author tears like rum. Grab your nearest security blanket. This next one is one of the worst things that you will see all year. It's also my favorite one. Wow, the gas prices sure went up, I said as I put gasoline in my car. Little did I know, it was scary gasoline. Finally, a relatable horror story about the insane gas prices. You go to fill up your car and your car's like, boo, get a Tesla, or be terrorized by fossil fuels. The politicians patted themselves on the back. After many years, homelessness was finally reduced to 0. Looming in the distance was the big monster that eats houses and will now make everybody homeless again. Striking social commentary. Some of my favorite stories are ones with big twist endings that change your brain chemistry and reshape your soul as they mystify and confound you with wonder. For example, the twist ending of The Sixth Sense, being that the guy was the ghost all along. Or the twist ending of Amsterdam, being that you wasted your time watching Amsterdam. This tastes like almonds, my ill-mannered wife, mouth full of cake, blurted out as she ate her last meal. That would be the almond extract, I responded as I pulled the pin from the grenade and slid it across the floor. Holy shit. Oh my god.
I met my best friend's boyfriend today, and he has a very dark secret. Slenderman. Sometimes you find joy in little things, and sometimes you find joy in laughing at stupid things. And today we did neither. Today we took psychic damage reading the absolute worst horror stories ever written. And it's all thanks to Reddit that was possible. I'm certainly glad that no matter what happens, Reddit will always have my back. They would never do anything stupid or idiotic. I trust them with my life. In case you were wondering, 4th, 5th, and 6th were all also what the fuck is wrong with you. Before I leave to torture you by making you wait for the next video for another million years, I have some really big, cool news. In case you didn't know, I make a bunch of weird music and I do it all myself. I write all the music, write all the lyrics, do all the nonsense. I make it in my basement. And it sucks, and I'm really proud of it. And I recently started putting it on Spotify since a bunch of people were asking me to. So now I've officially sold my soul, and you can find my music on Spotify, including stuff like the Don't Eat Babies song or the Jack Stauber parody song that was in my second Jack Stauber video. I have 3 albums of original music. The first one is up, and the other 2 are not far behind. I will name my firstborn after you if you follow me over there and listen to some of the stuff. There's a link in the description. If you're a fan of Phoebe Bridgers, Elliott Smith, Car Seat Headrest, The Front Bottoms, Alex G, Mitski, The Mountain Goats, 9 Inch Nails, a bunch of other bands that were my inspiration. I don't know. You might find some enjoyment from it. We also just hit 50,000 subscribers. I'm going more insane every day. You're making this so much worse for me and for yourselves, but thank you. Each like on this video equals 1 more child turned into a goose by Isabella. Let's try to get to 7,000 likes so the Legion can utilize an army of geese in the upcoming culture war. Thanks for watching. See you around.
I've been sleeping in a cardboard box, spending every dollar at the liquor shop. And even though I know I haven't got a lot, I'll try to give you love till the day you drop.